Okay, so we're picking up from where we left off in our last episode, which was our second date with Robert. So we're now on our round of second dates with all the dads. In this episode will be our second date with Hugo. And I think the pun title is a bit self explanatory. What happens with Vega stays with Vega. So it's based off the tourism tagline for the city of Las Vegas, which is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And so that's just kind of what I'm working with. Now, when we left off, Amanda was having some sort of emotional crisis. And we're going to continue with that. And I do want to say that this episode might be longer than normal simply because Hugo's date is kind of lengthy. And then we have this to deal with on top of it. So let's just get right in. Yeah, I don't know why she's treating us this way, simply because we didn't do anything to her at all. So she needs to kind of dial back the attitude a little bit. Like, it's easy to, take it out on other people, but come on, her dad's like always there for her. We are always there for her. If there's anybody in the world that she should think, oh, I don't need to take it out on this person has always wanted to help, this person has always been there for me, it should be us. So she needs to do some, mental just processing about that. I swear, like, the dad Sona is one of the sweetest people in the whole universe, possibly. Because like this is some like god tier dadding right here. This is even beyond god tier dadding. This is like, I don't know, cosmological mystery dadding. It is just beautiful. Emma R is the best friend. Amanda's the one who did that, and Emma P, I think, is that one. This is some drama. Yeah, we knew that from like day 2. We've known that. Yeah, sure.
Oh. Oh.
Like that, I'm gonna use some language here, but that is a bitch move. Like, really? Really? And that is a double bitch move. Did she poop the bed too? Oh, that would be hilarious. I'll go with the boring one.
Oh.
I think it's a perfectly valid thing to say. Like, they totally ditched you, act like they had other plans, then they took your plans and went and did them without you. And then, all that you confided into your supposed best friend, that you have a crush on this guy, she goes and she home wrecks you and takes him right from under your nose. Like, that is a hoe. And you guys suck. To me, honestly, that is a light level. Like, that is discipline. I would have smacked her. Like, she would have been flying out the mall into another country. Like, that is just rude. No, girl, I am still with it. I am still with it.
Hmm?
I don't know what the string of text messages said, but we can believe it. You may not get it, but I get it 100%.
Ah.
I wouldn't even say okay to that. I'd be like, bye ho. Who are you again? I'm surprised that he doesn't know what left you on red is, because we just got done with the date with Robert, and the first messages we were sending Robert to start that date, it had shown, like, the dad son had said, oh, he hasn't even read them. So he knows what read receipts are. Like, the continuity right here isn't adding up. Yes, you do know what read receipts are. I mean, it's not a bad approach to talk to somebody in the group, who might seem reasonable, but even I wouldn't trust that.
Ah.
Well, then I would have hopped on Noah and be like, how dare you guys, go out, one, behind my back when Emma R knows I like you, and I don't know if I would share that much. But I was like, one, why did you guys go out and have nachos without me and tell me you was busy? and not just be honest with me. Like, it's a two-way street here, bitch. It's a two-way street. Oh my god, you are not this dumb. You know what screenshots are. You know what re-receipts are. It ain't stupid, though. That's the thing. I mean, it's a stupid way to act. It's a stupid way for them to act. But all in all, it is not stupid. Like, that's not stupid at all. That's some bitch-ass moves. Well, she ain't a real friend then. Like, I've had friends who have done something almost as bad, or maybe even worse than that to me, you know, abandoning me for other people. So yeah, to me, that's not a true friend. Drop that hoe. She ain't worth it. I would be mad. I mean, it's totally justifiable. They're insecure, that's why. You are enough, sweetie. You are enough. You're like the most perfect daughter ever. You are enough. Yeah, I wouldn't miss them, though. Like, I would miss them, but I wouldn't let them know I missed them. And I wouldn't try to get back in their good graces when I had done nothing wrong.
Oh.
No, it's not dumb, though. It's not dumb at all. Exactly. Thank you. It's hard to say which one. I mean, high school does suck, but I don't feel like that perfectly applies to the scenario. I would say real friends don't do that. Exactly. Exactly. Don't stick around people who aren't going to treat you right. Exactly. And that's totally true, though. That is entirely true.
Ah. I love you too, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Finally, with that drama over with, we can finally get on to the dates. I love how in this message we can see that Hugo, who usually is a composed person, and although he does freak out because, you know, his son and his students are constantly terrible, but we can kind of see Hugo just like really giving into not being as composed as we usually see him, like by calling Colin a shithead. It's like, oh, I love it. I live for this simply because I teach as well. So sometimes you just have thoughts about people who make you mad, and that's just where it goes. I do like how he admitted that it's a nice picture. Okay, I'm a little confused. Why is he wearing bondage gear? And what is ASMR? I have no idea. Honestly, at this point, it sounds like Hugo needs a cheese board. Like, he sounds like he's had a rough day.
Hmm. Hmm. Dad.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I would imagine that's probably true. But let's see if we can get a smile on his face.
Oh.
And hopefully good company, right, Hugo?
Oh.
I love trivia. That's one of my favorite things to go do is to go have a trivia night. So this is like almost an ideal date for me. I mean, we've got cheese, we've got wine, we've got trivia, we've got an extremely handsome date, we've got an extremely smart date as well, we've got a nice venue and ambiance. It's just like, there's not much else I could ask for. So, I mean, I've been on this date before, naturally, because this is not my first playthrough. And I've always wondered, like, at this moment, are they here just as friends, or are they trying to have a date themselves?
Huh.
I mean, from this, I guess maybe they're just here as friends, but you never know. You never really know.
Hey.
That is a good pun name, I think. Now, I don't get competitive about much, but I do get competitive about trivia, so be prepared to go down, Brian.
Hey.
Yes, completely.
Oh.
I was here for the cheese, but now there's more than just cheese at stake. We'll see what we can do not to hurt your feelings too bad. I love how blushy he is. Like, you cannot get any more cuter. Well, you can, but it would take a bit.
Oh.
Hugo's punnage is just mediocre in my opinion, so I guess it's good that he's leaving it up to me. So you have these 4 options. I could probably think of a better one than these 4, given some time. But I'm going to go over them and kind of go through what I think of them. Easy, breezy, beautiful. To me, a pun name, like 1 out of 5, 1 being bad, 5 being good. To me, this is like a 2. It's really basic. This is like people who are new to punning can make this pun, and it's not a problem. Havarti, like it's 1999. Personally, this is my favorite one. To me, it's a complete 5 out of 5 pun because not only is it clever, but you also have 80s pop reference right there. Real Monsters, to me that's... I've never given a half point before, but I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. To me, it's almost as good as Havarti Lega's 1999, and it has a good pop culture reference. So yeah, it's a solid one. Craigslist Swiss connections. I've never been a Craigslist peruser. I'm going to give it a 2. I don't think it's... I mean, I get the pun, but I don't think it's a strong pun. Like, it's too much of a mouthful. So we're going to go with my absolute favorite. In honor of the late Prince. This actually sounds really delicious.
Oh.
Well, cheers to cheese, but cheers to you, handsome. Cheers to you. Okay.
My feelings hurt.
Awkward.
Hey!
Still awkward. Now, I don't know if the trivia game is timed, so I'm just going to say that. Please get help.
Hey!
These are like jokes masked as real life pain, though. I mean, real life pain masked as jokes. Oh my god, please stop. If Hugo doesn't have it, I might have it. We'll see.
Oh.
I honestly have no idea. I've never read Kafka. Okay, so I know that this is Lord of the Rings, but I honestly have never read Lord of the Rings. Like, I tried reading The Hobbit, and it just wasn't for me. I don't really like the writing style. So, no offense to the series, but I'm gonna have to guess. This sounds nice and elvish.
Wrong answer.
Okay. I happen to maybe know this. I'm going to make a strong guess. So I know Edgar Rice Burroughs wrote sci-fi novels like Princess of Mars. So I'm going to go with him.
Correct.
This is one of my favorite books, so I can definitely answer that. That is The Count of Monte Cristo.
Correct.
Yeah, hands off the cheese plate. And hands off my boyfriend. Or my eventual boyfriend. Okay. Congratulations. The thing is, though, like, I am lactose intolerant. Not to cheese, thankfully. I'm lactose intolerant to milk itself. But I don't think you can have this happen with lactose intolerance. Usually it just results in, like, internal distress in terms of, like, upset stomach, diarrhea, stuff like that. Not anaphylaxis. But, I mean, I might be wrong. Can we... Yeah, you need to really work on that. Yes, please. I might be able to do this.
Oh no. Oh.
Interesting.
Hmm?
Oh, I guess. Okay, so I should know this. He asked if she remembers their mother.
Correct.
I've never seen the Gremlins in entirety, nor Gremlins 2 in entirety. I'm gonna make a guess. I don't think it was Boy George. I could be Emilio Estevez. Could be Charlie Sheen. I'm gonna go with Hulk Hogan, because I know he was a bigger star in the 80s to 90s.
Correct.
I've never seen Within the Woods. I know Poltergeist is based on a Indian burial ground. Like this, the neighborhood is built on one. Pet Cemetery, the cemetery is an Indian burial ground, or Native American burial ground, if we're going to be politically correct here. I don't think The Shining is. I haven't read the book though.
No.
Okay, if you say so. I know absolutely nothing about wrestling.
Oh!
Oh my god. So I have to say something. As much as I love Hugo, whoever designed his art, like, they're having an issue with his hands because his fingers are often clipping through his face. So they really need to check that out.
I'm just so tired. Hey!
Ah! Yes! Hmm? Oh! Hey!
Correct.
Yeah, he is, and it's absolutely cute. It is, it really is.
Oh!
Incorrect.
Maybe chill. I mean, I get it. When you know something and somebody else tells you it's wrong, but you know it, that's really frustrating.
Sad Master Quill.
But don't worry, Hugo. It's
Ah!
I have to say, Hugo's one of the only dads that I feel like you ever see be extremely passionate about something.
I don't know.
Like, we've seen him be really impassioned about discussing art, and now we see him be really impassioned about wrestling.
Ah.
To me, I wouldn't eat cheese to show my superiority to them. I would slowly sip my wine while staring at them unblinkingly. I would think birds.
Wrong.
Well, this says that it's a type of weevil, and this is the last thing, so we'll go
Correct.
with that. I honestly don't know, but otters are my favorite animal.
Correctamundo.
Okay, awesome. I could care less about the gift card. Can I get Hugo for my winning prize? Like, can I get that?
Oh.
I don't know, that's kind of a cute answer.
Hey.
Yeah, we had better win that.
Sad Master Quill.
I have no idea why Matt popped up for that second, but okay. Maybe he dragged Quizmaster Quinn away or something. A victory lap? Oh my god, Hugo, calm down. It's cute, but what got into you? If I had my way, yes, I would be at trivia every week.
Hey.
But the thing is, though, like, vaping usually has a scent to it. Like, I've smelled root beer vapes. I've smelled bubblegum vapes. Like, I don't vape, but, you know, I've been around people who do, and it's usually, like, a flavored smell to it. So does your car really smell that bad?
Oh.
I don't believe that for a second, though. I'm going to push it just a little. I mean, if he was really uncomfortable, I would drop it, though. Nah. nothing you do is going to be that embarrassing, I'm sure. Yeah, I have to agree. Like, even if wrestling isn't an interest of mine, like, being interested in it or knowing things about it it's not embarrassing at all. Doesn't even matter what lifestyle you live, it's not embarrassing.
Oh.
It's not spotless, though. I love how it's like, his house is spotless. It's like, okay, and we can see a shirt draped over the back of a chair. And I'm not judging Hugo. I know he lives with Ernest, so I'm not judging Hugo by far. We see a shirt draped over the back of the chair. We see books just piled around everywhere. So it's not spotless by any means. Oh, he's so shy. It's so cute. Oh my god. No, it's not. Oh my god. I don't know if I would say it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh wow, seems like yeah. I guess a lot of people haven't seen it, but I want to encourage him. And it is cool to collect things. Like, I've always wanted to be someone who collects things. I like to collect keys. I like to collect decks of tarot cards. Because that's just, I mean, if you love it, then there should be no shame there. Do you smell what the rock is cooking, though?
Oh.
What? It is pretty cool, though.
Oh.
Oh my god. I can't get over how cute it is, how shy he is, though. Can we kiss now? Like, can we do that? Well, that will ruin the moment. Oh my. I love how he gets flustered though. So it's like, yeah, now we know something about you, Ernest. We know that you like to pose action figures in sex positions. We know you like rom-coms. We know you're not that tough. Yeah, now you're gonna go do that just to make everybody think you're more tough than you are. I'm on to you. The thing is, you shouldn't feel like you have to apologize for him. I mean, he's not an adult, but he can still be held accountable for what he does and thinks and says. I mean, don't feel sorry for us for having to deal with him. Feel sorry for your son. I mean, you're trying your best. The thing is, though, I don't feel like it's your job as a parent to impress your child. I mean, you're taking care of him, you're trying to provide him with the best upbringing you can as a single father. I think you're doing just fine. So, this here, right, Hugo's ex. Hugo is the only dad in the game, canonically, which has a male ex, a male spouse. So I just thought that was always interesting. Like, everybody else has either female ex-spouses or they're widowers to dead female spouses, or in Joseph's case, he's still married to a female spouse. But Hugo's the only one who we know for sure has a male ex-spouse.
Oh. Ah.
I would love to. I would love to be in your presence as much as possible.
Ah.
Eh?
Oh. Dad. Yeah. Hey. Ha. Yeah.
Looks like Paradise Lost just got found.
That's a bit of a better pun than the other one he had last date. So, yay, S though. Oh. So I'm going to end the episode here. This is another moment where we don't go straight to dad book after the date. No, this moment happens randomly. I think the Amanda one is actually planned after Robert's date. But this will take some time to do as well. So we'll just continue this on our next date, which I'll find out who that's going to be in a bit after I do another randomized generator. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode.